When you walk into the vehicles, you look underneath the vehicle. You check for any hanging hoses, any wires. You check to see if the vehicle's leaning from one side or another. If so, you stay to the examiner. It could be a flat tire or a suspension problem. Start at the top, work your way down. My marker lights, my turn signals, and four-way flashes are amber in color. No signs of condensation, not cracked, not broken. No missing nuts and bolts, and it's sealed properly. My headlights are clear in color. No signs of condensation, not cracked, not broken. No missing nuts and bolts, and it has the proper seal around it. My grill, not cracked, not broken. No missing nuts and bolts. My tag, not missing. No missing nuts and bolts. My bumper, no signs of illegal wheels, and no missing nuts and bolts. Tight and secure. My alternator, it's not cracked, it's not broken, no missing nuts and bolts. My alternator wire, which is the red one, it's not frayed, not cut, not damaged, and no missing nuts and bolts. My serpentine belt, it's not cracked, it's not frayed, it's not damaged. I cannot have no more than 1/3 inch of play, and it's tight and secure. My air horn, tight and secure, no missing nuts and bolts. Start on this side, my radiator has no leaks. And no missing nuts and bolts. My fans, no missing blades, no missing nuts and bolts, tight and secure. My radiator reservoir is filled to the proper level, and it's not cracked, it's not broken, it's not frayed, as well as the hoses, no leaks. My window washer reservoir, it's not cracked, it's not damaged, the clamps are tight and secure, my hoses are not frayed, cut, or damaged. My power steering reservoir, it is filled through the proper level. I can see it through the sight glass, as well as I can take it out and measure it. It's no cracks, no missing nuts and bolts. My hoses are tight and secure, and I have no leaks in my power steering pump. It's not cracked, not damaged, and no missing nuts and bolts, tight and secure. My transmission reservoir, I checked it before I left the yard. It is filled to the proper level. My oil reservoir, I can pull that out, check it, re-wipe it, put it back in, fill it to the proper level. My water pump, it's not cracked, not broken, not damaged, no missing nuts and bolts, and it has no leaks. The frame that the vehicle is sitting on, it's not cracked, it's not damaged, and it has no damage, no dents or damage. Now I'm going to start with my airlines. My airlines are not frayed, not cut, not damaged, and it has no leaks. My air compressor, which is gear driven, it's not cracked, it's not broken, not dented, has no missing nuts and bolts. And my air compressor governor, it's not cracked, not damaged, and has no leaks, and no missing nuts and bolts. This is my steering system. This is my steering shaft, my gearbox, my pitman arm, my drag link, my steering knuckle, and my tie rod. My sockets, my sockets are not cracked, not broken, not damaged, and couplings. My sockets and my couplings are not cracked, not broken, not damaged, and greased properly. All my cotter pin and keys and crowns are not cracked, broken, or damaged, and my bushings are not cracked, broken, frayed, or damaged. My suspension system. This is my leaf spring hanger, my leaf springs, my U-bolts, and my shock absorbers. They're not shifted, not cracked, not broken, have no leaks, and no missing nuts and bolts. Everything's tight and secure. Now I'd like to go to my brake system. This is my brake chamber as well as my brake chamber line. It's not frayed, not cut, not damaged, and it has no leaks. This is my slack adjuster. Not cracked, not broken, not damaged, and it has no leaks. If I were to check my slack adjuster, I would park my vehicle on level ground, chalk the wheels, and release the brakes. And when I pull on it, I should not have no more than 1 inch of play, and it should pull out at a 90-degree angle. Inside I have a dust cover, no missing nuts and bolts. If I were to remove my dust cover, it would show that my brake lining and pads and brake drum are not dangerously thin, cracked, broken, or missing. And I have no signs of grease or oil on my pads or drums. My inner rim, no wheel spots, and not cracked, broken, or dented. My inner tire, no bulges, no leaks. And I have no leaks in between my tire and my rim. My tire, I can have no less than 432 in its deepest groove. I have 120 PSI, which was checked before I left the yard by a mechanic. and I cannot have retreads or recaps on my tires. My outer tire, no bulges, no leaks. My rim, not cracked, not broken, not damaged, and has no dents and no signs of illegal wells, and no leaks in between my tire and my rim. Now I also see my brake drum from this side. My lugs, none are missing, no signs of rust, which would indicate looseness. They're not cracked, broken, bent, or distorted, and my bolt holes are not cracked or frayed. Or split. My hub seal, not cracked, not broken, not damaged, and has no leaks and no missing nuts and bolts. And there are no leaks, and I can check the level if I remove this cap right here, and I can refill it from that cap right there. And my valve stem has no leaks, tight and secure. My mud flap, not frayed, not cut, not damaged, no missing nuts and bolts, is tight and secure. This is my mirror, and my mirror bracket is clean, not cracked, not broken, has no missing nuts and bolts, and it's tight and secure. My door handle, it's not cracked, it's not broken, it's not damaged, not missing. My door opens and closes properly. My door hinges are not cracked, not broken, not missing, and my door is secure. This is my pull-up bar as well as my steps. No missing nuts and bolts. It's tight and secure. My window rolls up and down properly. It's tight and secure. My battery cover, it's tight and secure. If I remove my battery cover, it will show that my battery has no signs of excess corrosion. My caps are tight, and all my battery lines and cables are not frayed, cut, or damaged. Tight and secure. This is my mud guard, tight and secure. It's welded properly, no missing nuts and bolts, tight and secure. I have a rear suspension system. This is my leaf spring hanger, and my leaf springs and my U-bolts back there. It's not cracked, it's not broken, it's not shifted, no missing nuts and bolts. It's tight and secure. This is my brake chamber. This is the black one right here, my brake chamber. And my brake chamber lines, not cracked, not broken, not damaged, has no leaks, and no missing nuts and bolts. And I also have a slack adjuster, which you can see from this side. You can see the slack adjuster underneath around there. You have to pull it from underneath. Okay? Now, if I were to test my slack adjuster, I would park my vehicle on level ground, chalk the wheels, and release the brakes, and place it in neutral. And when I pull on it, it should not have no more than 1 inch of play. If so, my brakes would need to be adjusted. I have a inner dust cover. It's tight and secure. If I were to remove my dust cover, it would show that my brake lining, my brake pads, and my brake drums are not dangerously thin, cracked, broken, or missing, and no signs of oil or grease on my pads and drums and on the inside. And I have my inner rim, no wheel spots, tight and secure. It's not cracked, broken, or frayed, or dented, or bent. And there's no leaks in between my tire and my rim. In my inner tire, no bulges, no leaks. It's not cut, frayed, or damaged. And my tires, both my tires, can have no less than 232 in its deepest groove. I cannot have mismatched tires. I have no debris in between my dualies, and my dualies are not touching. My outer tire, no bulges, no leaks. It's not frayed, cut, or damaged, and no bulges. My outer rim, not cracked, not broken, not dented, and no signs of illegal welds. My lugs, none are missing, no signs of rust, which would indicate looseness, and nothing is cracked, broken, damaged, or bent, and I have my bolt holes are not split or damaged. My hub seal, not cracked, not broken, not damaged, no missing nuts and bolts, and it has no leaks. My valve stem, no leaks, cap is present, tight and secure. My mud flap, no missing nuts and bolts, it's not worn, torn, or damaged. I have a red and white reflector to the rear. I have an amber one in the front, and I have a red marker light. My tailgate and my tailgate pin and my chain and my latch are not cracked, not broken, not dented, and it's all working properly. On the rear, I have a red and white reflector across the rear of my vehicle. My marker lights, my brake lights, and my turn signals and my reflectors are all red in color, clean, not cracked, not broken, and no signs of any damage, and it's sealed properly. I have a reverse light. which is white in color, not cracked, not broken, no signs of condensation, and none of my lights, the red ones or the white ones. And my tag, not missing, no missing nuts and bolts, tight and secure. And I'll state to the examiner, everything on this side is the same as the other side, with the exception of a few items, and they'll tell you to proceed. I have my universal joint, my drive shaft, and my couplings are not cracked, not broken, not dented. It's greased properly, and no missing nuts and bolts. My exhaust system is my muffler, my exhaust pipe, and my exhaust pipe cover. It's not cracked, it's not broken, and it's not damaged. It is secured properly, and I have no signs of carbon soot. And carbon soot can come if you had a leak in the exhaust system. This is my fuel tank. It's not cracked, it's not broken, and it's not dented. And all my wires are intact, are not frayed, not cut, not damaged. No missing nuts and bolts. And my fuel cap has the proper seal on it, the proper rubber seal. It's tight and secure. And my straps are tight and secure and not shifted, not moving. I'll be able to tell if I seen some shiny metal right there, something like that. It's tight and secure. Now, I would like to do a partial in-cab inspection. I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna identify my spare fuses. I have my spare fuses. I have my 3 reflective triangles, and I have my fire extinguisher, which is fully charged. And my first aid kit.
Do I check the seatbelt first?
And your seatbelt. It don't have to be, it don't matter.
It don't matter
check
when.
Just check
it. Okay.
And my seatbelt. It's not frayed, not cut, not damaged. And it's tight and secure. You know, you take it in, you lock it. Okay, man, you get out the vehicle. Once you exit the vehicle from your partial in-cab inspection, make sure that you shut and secure the hood. Securing the hood, I mean you lock it back down.
What happens if you don't lock it?
They'll charge you with an unsafe act when you pull off, and they'll fail you. Ask the examiner, how would you like for me to proceed with my light check? Then you're going to enter the vehicle, the examiner is going to stay outside, and then you're going to do your light checks, check all your lights. So you get it. As soon as you get in the vehicle, you start the vehicle. The examiner is outside the vehicle. You're going to do your light check, your headlights, your high beams, turn signals, four-way flashes. Then he's going to go to the back, going to do your brake light, reverse, turn signals, four-way flashes. Then he's going to get in. And when the examiner enters the vehicle, stay to the examiner. Now we begin our in-cab inspection. My seatbelt. It's not frayed, it's not cut, it's not damaged. No missing nuts and bolts. No missing nuts and bolts, tight and secure. State to the examiner that my mirrors have been adjusted properly. And when I turned my vehicle on, my ABS light came on and went off. I'm start from the top and work my way down. My dome light, it's clean, not cracked, not broken. No signs of condensation, tight and secure. My sun visors are working properly. No missing nuts and bolts, goes up and down. My windshield and my rear window are clean, not cracked, not broken. No signs of leaks. And my front windshield has no illegal stickers. And my windshield wipers, they're not frayed, not cut, not damaged. And you know, my washer is working properly. This is my steering wheel. I have a 20-inch steering wheel. I cannot have no more than 2 inches of play. service horn is working properly, and my air horn is working properly. Now I would like to do an indicator check. A left turn signal on the inside, right, four-way flashers, high beams, reverse. I can hear my reverse, which is going to be later anyway. So my inside indicator lights are working properly. Now I'd like to do a gauge check. My transmission gauge is filled to the proper level. My water temperature gauge is reading well below 220. My oil pressure gauge is reading between 50 and 60. My RPM gauge is reading at the proper level. My speedometer is reading at 0 because we're not moving. My voltmeter is reading at 15. It's showing that my battery's holding the charge, and my fuel tank is reading at half a tank, whatever it's reading at the time. And my gauges are reading at 120. My brake pedal and accelerator pedal are not cracked, not broken, not damaged, not missing, and no missing nuts and bolts. And it has the proper, rubber seal on the pads. This is my AC defrost. Just turn them all. Hold your hand over the top so you can feel it blowing like that. They're all working at the proper level. This is my radiators. No missing nuts and bolts, tight and secure. This is my gearbox. No missing nuts and bolts, it's tight and secure. Now, I would like to do a gear check. Drive, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, neutral, reverse. That's my reverse buzzer. I can hear my reverse buzzer. Let the examiner know you can hear it. Then you're back in neutral. Stay to the examiner. Now this is my parking knob, which is yellow in color and diamond in shape. No missing nuts and bolts. It has no leaks. Tight and secure. Now before you go on, stop and you think. Make sure you didn't forget anything. Go through your stuff. Windows. Now, stay to the examiner. Now, if I were to test my service brakes, I would drive my vehicle at 5 miles an hour, apply the brakes, and the vehicle should not move to the left or to one side or another, to the left or to the right. Now, I would like to begin my air brake test. I'm going to turn my vehicle off, turn the key to the on position, and push in my pocket brake. I will hold my brake pedal down for 1 minute. And within that 1 minute, I should not lose no more than 3 psi. Hold the brake pedal down, time yourself. Make sure you do not go past 1 minute. Make sure you go past 1 minute. Don't go less than a minute. Go past it. Go 5 seconds past it, 10. Just make sure you hold it down for a minute. If you don't, they'll fail you for that. Magic tire. I did not lose no more than 3 psi. Now, I will test that my low air warning device is working. It should come on between 60 and 70 psi. And I will continue to fan my brakes until my pocket knob pop out between 30 and 40 psi. That's my low air warning device. Now my pocket knob is going to pop out. My pocket knob just popped out. Now I'm going to stay to the examiner. Now I'm going to restart my vehicle to test that my brakes will hold in its lowest gear. Place my vehicle in drive. Take it to its lowest gear, which is 1. Slightly accelerate. My brakes held in its lowest gear. Place it back in neutral. Now I stay to the examiner. Now I'll recharge my air system. My low air warning device will cut off between 60 and 70. My air governor will kick out at 120. And that will complete my air brake test. do the little obstacle course stuff, go out on the road, and then you're done.